Breaking news flashes across television screens, capturing the attention of millions. In living rooms, cafes, and bustling city centers, people pause to watch the unfolding story, sensing that something significant is happening on the world stage. Reporters from around the globe gather on the decks of newly built warships in Manila Harbor. Microphones are thrust forward, cameras roll, and questions fly as naval officers stand ready to explain the significance of this moment. The headline reads, South Korea and the Philippines forge unprecedented naval alliance. 30 countries on alert. News tickers race across screens and newspapers dedicate front pages to this bold partnership, signaling a major shift in regional dynamics. The excitement is real and palpable. The world watches live as the Philippine Navy unveils its newest fleet additions, all proudly stamped made in Korea. The ceremony is broadcast in real time, with crowds cheering and media capturing every moment. Cameras zoom in on the ship's gleaming hulls, reflecting the sunlight and symbolizing a new era of cooperation. Each vessel stands as a testament to advanced engineering and international collaboration. Sirens wail as sailors line the rails in crisp uniforms, their faces set with pride and determination. The atmosphere is electric, charged with anticipation and hope for a stronger maritime future. In Seoul, defense ministers broadcast a message of unity and readiness. The air is tense as officials emphasize the importance of solidarity and mutual defense in these uncertain times. Leaders from Japan, Australia, the United States, and even European nations are glued to their screens, analyzing every detail of this historic event. Military analysts debate the implications, aware that this alliance could reshape strategies across the Indo-Pacific. This is not just a local story. The world's major powers know that something big is happening in this alliance. News anchors in major capitals break down the developments, highlighting the potential for far-reaching consequences. The South China Sea, already a flashpoint for global tensions, now has a new dynamic. Naval movements are tracked closely, and every maneuver is scrutinized for its strategic intent. With 30 countries watching, every handshake and salute carries extra meaning. These gestures are more than ceremony, they are signals to allies and rivals alike that the balance of power is shifting. The story is just beginning. As warships sail into the horizon, the world waits to see what unfolds next. This bold move could change Asia's balance of power for years to come, setting the stage for a new chapter in regional security and cooperation. Why do so many countries care about this partnership? The answer goes far beyond simple military cooperation or regional alliances. It's not just about ships and sailors, or even about the latest technology and weaponry on display. It's about the future of security in Asia, a region where the balance of power is constantly shifting, and where every move is watched closely by the world. The South China Sea is one of the busiest and most contested waterways on Earth, a vital artery for global commerce and energy supplies. Whoever controls it has influence over trillions of dollars in trade, untapped natural resources, and the economic lifelines of many nations. Tensions have been rising in the region for years, with frequent standoffs and military buildups making headlines around the globe. China, the United States, Japan, and other nations have all made their interests clear, each seeking to protect their own strategic and economic stakes. The Philippines sits at the center of this storm, its location making it a crucial player in the unfolding drama. Its alliance with South Korea could tip the scales in unexpected ways, introducing new dynamics and possibilities for cooperation or conflict. 30 countries, regional neighbors and world powers alike are watching for the same reason. The outcome here could affect their own security and prosperity. They want to know if this partnership will stabilize the region, foster peace, and encourage collaboration, or if it will spark new rivalries and heighten existing tensions. Some countries hope to learn from the Philippine-South Korean example, seeing it as a model for future alliances and regional cooperation, while others fear it could escalate tensions, drawing more players into an already complex and volatile situation. What happens here could set a pattern for future alliances across Asia and even the world, shaping the global order for years to come. Not long ago, South Korea's main focus was defending its own borders. The country's military posture was shaped by decades of tension and uncertainty, with soldiers constantly vigilant along the rugged coastline and fortified borders. The threat from North Korea has always been real and urgent. Every day, South Korean forces watched for signs of provocation, knowing that peace could be shattered at any moment. In response, Seoul invested billions in advanced ships, submarines, and missile systems, determined to maintain a technological edge and ensure national security. Their shipyards became some of the best in the world, building vessels for both their navy and foreign buyers. South Korea's reputation as a shipbuilding powerhouse grew rapidly, attracting attention from allies and partners alike. Today, South Korea is stepping onto a bigger stage, moving beyond its traditional role as a defender. Instead of just guarding its own coastline, it is now building partnerships, reaching out to neighbors and allies to strengthen collective security. The shift was gradual but deliberate, reflecting years of careful planning and strategic vision. As Seoul's confidence grew, so did its ambition to shape regional security. South Korea began to see itself as a contributor to peace and stability across Asia. The partnership with the Philippines is the clearest sign yet that South Korea wants to be a leader, not just a survivor. This collaboration marks a new era of regional cooperation. This transformation is about more than hardware. It's about building relationships and fostering mutual understanding. It's about trust, training, and sharing expertise, helping partners develop their own capabilities and confidence at sea. South Korea is exporting not just ships, but the know-how to use them effectively. This move is bold, signaling a willingness to invest in the region's future. It signals that South Korea is ready to help shape the future of Asia, not just its own fate. The country is positioning itself as a key player in regional security. Other countries are watching closely, eager to see how these new partnerships will unfold and what lessons they might offer. If South Korea succeeds, it could inspire similar moves across the region, encouraging more nations to collaborate for a safer, more stable Asia. The partnership began with ships. South Korea has delivered modern frigates, missile boats, and even submarines to the Philippine Navy. These are not just any ships. They are loaded with advanced radar, guided missiles, and stealth technology. Each vessel strengthens the Philippines' ability to patrol its waters and defend its territory. But it's not just about hardware. South Korean experts are training Filipino sailors and officers. They run joint drills, practice emergency scenarios, and teach advanced tactics. This training makes the Philippine Navy not just bigger, but smarter and more capable. Technology transfer is a key part of the deal. South Korea shares its latest innovations in navigation, targeting, and communications. For the Philippines, this is a leap forward. For South Korea, it's a chance to prove the value of its defense industry and deepen its influence. This combination of ships, technology, and training is transforming the Philippine Navy into a regional force to be reckoned with. The headlines are dramatic, but the facts are just as exciting. In the last 5 years, the Philippine Navy has received 2 brand-new Jose Rizal-class frigates from South Korea's Hyundai Heavy Industries. These warships are equipped with state-of-the-art sensors and weapons. Just recently, a third, multi-purpose corvette was ordered, a sign the partnership is growing. Joint exercises are now a regular event. In 2023, the two navies conducted Exercise Sama-sama, a complex operation that included live fire drills, anti-submarine warfare, and humanitarian missions. South Korean officers led training on missile defense, while Filipino sailors practiced boarding and rescue operations. These activities are not just for show. They increase readiness and build trust. South Korea even invited Philippine officers to observe its own naval war games, sharing insights that were once strictly confidential. Each new deal and exercise sends a clear message. This partnership is real, growing, and changing the security picture in Asia. The results are visible. With new ships and better training, the Philippine Navy is now more confident on the water. Patrols are more frequent, and response times are faster. Smuggling and illegal fishing have dropped in key areas thanks to better surveillance and quicker reaction. Morale is soaring among Filipino sailors. They now serve on some of the most advanced ships in Southeast Asia. Young officers are learning skills that were once out of reach. The Navy is attracting more recruits, eager to be part of this new era. Other countries are taking notice. Vietnam, Indonesia, and even Malaysia are quietly asking for more details about the South Korean ships. Some are considering similar partnerships, hoping to modernize their own fleets. The Philippine Navy's transformation is shifting the balance. It's no longer the underdog in the region, it's a force that demands respect. Why are so many countries focused on this partnership? For some, it's about business. South Korea's defense industry is on display, and potential buyers from Africa, Latin America, and the Middle East are watching. For others, it's about security. The South China Sea affects the entire world's economy and peace. The United States, a longtime ally of both nations, welcomes the move. Washington sees it as a counterbalance to China's growing naval power. Japan and Australia are also interested, seeing a chance to deepen their own cooperation with the Philippines and South Korea. Even countries outside Asia are taking notes. European navies have sent observers to joint drills. Middle Eastern nations are asking about technology transfers. This partnership is now a model for how smaller navies can quickly modernize with the right help. With so many eyes watching, every step in this alliance has global consequences. The stakes could not be higher. The South China Sea is a powder keg, with overlapping claims and frequent confrontations. Every new ship, every exercise, shifts the balance a little more. South Korea's support gives the Philippines new confidence to defend its claims. But it also raises the risks of miscalculation. Some experts warn that an arms race could follow. If other countries rush to buy ships and form new alliances, the region could become even more volatile. But there's also hope. Stronger navies and closer partnerships could deter aggression and keep the peace. Diplomats are working overtime. They want to make sure this new partnership stabilizes the region, not ignites new conflicts. The world is watching for signs. Will this lead to more dialogue and cooperation, or more tension? No one knows for sure, but the outcome will shape the future of Asia and beyond. What comes next? That's the question on everyone's mind. Some analysts predict more countries will join this trend, seeking South Korean ships and expertise. New alliances may form, and the Philippine Navy could become a hub for regional training and coordination. Others warn that rivals will react, building their own fleets or forging counter-alliances. The balance of power in Asia could shift dramatically, with ripple effects felt as far away as Europe and the Americas. One thing is certain: the partnership between South Korea and the Philippines is not just a momentary headline, it's a sign of changing times. As other countries explore similar paths, the world's security map will be redrawn. The story is far from over. All eyes remain fixed on Manila and Seoul, waiting to see what bold move comes next.